I would, but I don't want to deal with deadlines. I'd rather just edit my own photos and take as much time as I want. Not to mention, if I edit my photos, there's a chance somebody will want to. I can even talk about selling my photos. So I've taken some pretty hot ones in the past, like, few years. I don't know. However long I've had my fucking camera.
And funny thing, this guy, he ended up wanting himself photoshopped into two different backgrounds, one with a tree, and then there is another with a fence post in a garden. And somebody pulled a very big brain haha move. He ended up making the guy the fucking tree and then made him into the fence post. Then I was slightly triggered because somebody ended up putting a sun glare on the side where the sun wasn't even coming from. Somebody got reincarnated as a slime.
Two watching already? Good lord. I mean, I'm one of them, but Jesus. Oh, never mind.
Somebody that just stopped into your stream and left?
Yep. It's actually one of the reasons I might quit. I understand if you're just going on to check it out, but like, I just... I don't think YouTube even counts it as a view either. Because I get people that do that and it never says I have any views. Even though I watched it as well. So.
Honestly, me... I don't know what I was gonna say.
How do you check the... Fuck, what was it?
Impressions?
Yeah.
You go to your YouTube studio and you go to your analytics.
Hang on. Okay. I've gotten 79 views in the last 28 days. That's not a lot. My impressions, it says 752. Which is up by 4% apparently.
No, not made for kids. That should already be pretty much obvious.
28.6% from YouTube recommending your content. 8.9% click-through rate. Views from impressions is 67. And the average view duration is 10 minutes and 27 seconds. Watch time for impressions by hours is 11.68. Traffic source external, sorry. Google search. Who the fuck is searching me through Google? I assume an invite chieftain.
Oh yes, invite. Hi Anubis.
Huh. Apparently I've been suggested on popular videos. Okay.
Nice.
I don't know why. My channel's smaller than yours. I don't understand why I'd be there.
Oh, it was Anubis. He just wanted to read the rest of your title.
Oh. I see. Yeah. I was sitting next to a slightly moist towel. It was not very pleasant. Traffic source YouTube search. 8.7 for Kaioshin For Honor. And apparently 4.4% for Rec Room Olympics. I'd imagine it's just recommending my Rec Room videos in general, but I don't have a lot. Because people don't really seem to like Rec Room all that much. I can see why. .4% through Warframe.
For me, it's 418 for views in the last 28 days. But the thing is, most of those views aren't even subscribers.
4.4% from a search of War Mommy.
Nice.
Apparently, that one person was looking for that specifically. I've had 79 views in the last 28 days. About the same as usual, according to YouTube.
Mike Kyoshi, 125 views. Mainly because that's a pretty attracting title to when I posted it.
And then my videos are attracting to them.
I need you to sabotage this ship's reactor. The reactor is a complex system. Start by removing cells.
You sure accept put controversial things in my titles all the time.
Supply caches in the area, but I am unable to point their exact location. Search them out if you are willing to shoulder.
Oh, I put on the wrong timer on. Whoops. Meant to put on my Prime. No wonder it didn't have a auto option. Anyway, about my title. I already mentioned 2 points to Noah that I'm probably going to end up quitting, or at least taking like, I don't know, maybe a week-long break, maybe longer. I haven't decided yet. And that's mainly due to lack of support, because nobody seems to watch my videos anymore. And I keep getting harassed by an asshat that won't leave me alone. And I can't keep making videos, because now he comments on both mine and Noah's videos. And then it just makes me feel bad. Even though it's not my fault.
Security measures have locked the coolant cells in place. Destroy them. The reactor is going into stasis. Now,
if you're wondering why that happened, I fucking shield asshole knocked me into the sensor.
It never works again.
So they ended up just having me destroy it. Yeah. I love games.
Reinserted. When the reactor is restarted, this will trigger a meltdown.
What game is this? It's Warframe.
It's pretty fun.
Destroy the fuel injectors.
That's literally the aim of this game. That's basically what the game's just about, being OP.
A blast door has blocked your evacuation route. Find a way to open it.
Oh shit. Hello?
I'd imagine it was Anubis asking that question.
Yeah.
Okay. If he does end up getting it, what I suggest when you get later into the game is looking out for invasions, because you can get Wraith weapons, and they're extremely powerful. Right now I'm running the Twin Viper's Wraith. Definitely worth the long waits. There's also, alongside just the normal Warframes, there's also Primes. I'm running one right now, Delta Prime. They're also OP, but they're very hard to get. Or you can just pay a premium and get them. But you don't have to, of course. Everything in this game can be earned legitimately. Even the premium currency. You can just get it by selling stuff. And of course, if anyone ever needs help in this game, come to me or, well, come to me. I was going to recommend Noah, but he's not quite that far. Well, you're not. You haven't even finished the game yet. Unless you finish the game, then I don't think people are going to be coming to you for help. Because a lot of things people need help on are super advanced things that I can hardly even do. There's no way, you have no chance of doing it.
For the company for hilarious time.
No, don't do that either.
Bullying.
Don't do that. He's lying. Don't fall into his trap. I told you not to fall into his trap. He's all fucking lying, dude. What? What? Yes. Yeah, because of the real things. It's not a reference, it's straight up just real. Pretty much everything in this game is, well, a lot of things in this game are ridiculous, but pretty much everything's based off of something real. Like rifles are obviously just rifles. There's big-ass swords, which are obviously just referencing actual big-ass swords in real life. Of course, not that ridiculous. You can't cut wind, dumb fuck. They're not. Which ones are they? I look myself then. Goonson. They're not that accurate. I have them too.
Oh, fuck.
I also have a scythe. There's a lot of weapons in this game. You got my Za, which of course I named the PP Slapper. Which, my twin Basilisk, of course, is just two small fire axes. The Cybear, just a giant ass ice hammer. I'm gonna use it. No, I'm not. I lied.
Anubis said, Squid has more than one brain cell. You can't cut wind.
Yeah, exactly. I'm using dual ether. There's a lot of fun weapons in this game, and the devs just keep adding more and more with each update. And frame.
Listen, I have many brain cells.
Operator,
Are you
you
sure?
have remembered well how the Tenno arm
over
themselves.
I wouldn't quite be so sure about that one. You were friends with Jason when he was literally in the process of harassing me. I wouldn't quite call you smart.
Just some friends don't turn out good.
He was never a friend to begin with.
Actually, now that I think of it, a lot of my content really does say less than one brain cell. Fair enough.
Ordis has been counting stars, Operator. All accounted for.
What the fuck? One of my artifacts ended up bringing a shadow onto the ground, and it looked like it was a fucking spider. No, it's the stationary spider.
Okay, you're looking for the mainframe. It's critical that you deliver the load to that location. My intel suggests there are rich enemy supply caches in the area. Unable to pinpoint their exact location. Search them out if you are willing to shoulder the added risk.
I saw my life flash before my eyes. Strangely, there's a lot of incognito mode.
That's another reason I might take a break from YouTube. Just a mix between work and a few other things. I'm just really lonely, and I'm gonna try tracking down on actually getting into a relationship again. It's been about like what 2-3 years, almost 2 years since I was in my last relationship. In fact, she ended it like a week or so before our anniversary. 2-year anniversary, so I was like, oh wow. Bitch. It hurt. Also, I'm pretty sure she was cheating on me to make it even worse.
See, I'm one of those lucky/unlucky people. Never been in a relationship.
I've been in 2, technically 4, but I don't talk about the other 2. In fact, I've never mentioned them to anybody, not even you.
This is a new one to me.
Not even Caden knows.
Your target is the reactor.
The reason I don't talk about those is because those are actually some of the few things that can actually
watch out for enemy controls.
Used against me. Which is why I don't talk about them. Everything I talk about publicly doesn't bother me. So you can try and insult me with it all you want, it's not going to do anything. There's a reason I say I'm publicly. Oh, that's not right.
That's it.
Good.
Now get out of here.
Let's see. I'm gonna talk a little about the other two. Not a lot, though. I'm not gonna mention their names, obviously. One took place here in Beatrice, and then the other was in Pickerel. Like I said, they're not really relationships as much as they were just something. I don't really know how to explain it. They didn't last very long, though. I think the one in Pickerel actually lasted longer than the one here in Beatrice. She was crazy. Yeah.
Yes, I know who John Delivery is.
And, I'm sure you probably had to realize it's been, like, well over a decade since I last lived in Pickerel.
Yeah.
It's been a very long time, so I'm sure you can imagine how young I was. But they existed.
Well, that had been like a little while after we first met again.
No. At the time of Pickerel, I didn't know you existed.
Oh, yeah, true.
Because at the time, I only lived in Pickerel. I don't think I even had been to Beatrice at that point. And then after that, I moved to Beatrice.
Excellent work, Tenno.
Let's see, I lived there, moved to Beatrice for a bit, moved back to Pickerel, and then I lived in Beatrice, and we haven't moved out of here since. I mean, it sucks, but it's Beatrice. That's really all you can say about it. Okay, but Fairbury's is Beatrice 2.0.
Yeah.
It's literally no different.
Fairbury's Beatrice, but
Fucking, there's like, what, 2 things to do in Beatrice? That's why it says Beatrice 2.0, there's nothing to do here. All you got is mini golf, and that's it.
there's a skate park.
Okay. But the thing is so damn run down and small, there's nothing to do.
True.
The last thing they've even made to it was when they changed the ramps from barriers from fiberglass to normal metal. Because some maniac actually made them fiberglass.
God, I remember those fucking fiberglass ones. And there's times where you just end up rubbing your hand against it, and then just fucking fiberglass all over your hand.
Anyway, back to relationships. My technically first actual one was in middle school. I think 8th grade. I'm pretty sure 7th or 8th.
Around there.
Do you remember the old war?
I think it was 8th.
Or
I
just
can't
seems to
remember,
have
honestly.
misplaced those memories?
Either it started in 8th or it was like really late 7th. It was late 7th. I know that because it started in Christmas break. So it was late 7th. It was going into the 8th grade. That's right. That was something. It wasn't great, but it was something. I'm pretty sure she was also cheating on me as well, so apparently there's something in me that makes people cheat on me. It's unfortunate. Not really a lot of evidence, but I suspect it. Especially because literally like a week after we broke up, she apparently already had a new boyfriend. I was like, oh, that's a little fast.
That's one thing I'll never fucking understand about some people.
Well, no, I say that because I think she was cheating on me the entire time. Because I don't know how you'd get someone that fast. Unless you're like drop dead gorgeous. And she really wasn't. Although she was more popular, quote unquote, so I'm honestly amazed she actually decided to do anything with me because I was very depressed.
I need you to sabotage this.
She's
And
going downhill.
The reactor is a complex
So,
system.
I had this
Start
classmate.
the coolant cells.
I'm not
My intel suggests there are enemy supply caches in the area.
What?
Unable to pinpoint
What I have known
their
her?
exact location. Search them out if you are willing to shoulder the added risk.
we'll just call her Yulian.
That's stupid.
And Yulian, well, she was fine. Like
A bitch?
Not.
Oh. I thought we were calling her a bitch. My bad. Oh. Okay. Oh god, you better hurry over here.
So,
That's a wormhole. That's what happened with my first one as well. Seeing pictures of her now, I was like, oh man. Maybe it's a good thing we didn't stay together. I don't think I. No. I usually don't talk down on people's appearances, but she does not look like the same person I dated.
Never works again. A cool cell has been extracted.
Still am.
Cool cell reinserted. When the reactor is restarted, this will trigger a lockdown.
You know what? I really don't do much.
Destroy injectors.
That's fucking worth fucking. Oh god, I'm gonna die.
That's
one of these
your
guys.
sacred tokens shall remain secure from the grasp of the idol.
The reactor has gone critical. To extraction immediately.
Desire requires action.
Beware, Tenno. This ship is experiencing reduced gravity and magnetic anomalies.
Anyway, I got distracted. I still experience those type of feelings because I am a normal human being and I'd rather not be lonely. A dog's not enough. I need actual human contact. You want to hear something fucking hilarious? Absolutely great. Apparently, when we actually initially broke up for the last time, she said, "Oh, you got something. There's just something about you that people really like." I was like, "Oh, about that." The only reason I ever got with my second one was literally just because I knew her, like at the same time as I knew the first one. So if it wasn't for that, I never would have known her.
Another job well executed.
Oh well.
Relationships lead to either sad breakup or marriage, and marriage leads to divorce and death.
That's why I'm never getting married. Some don't always lead to breakups, though. Some people say forever.
I mean, my grandparents have stayed with each other forever. So, I mean, they're doing something right.
It's all up to finding the right person. Unfortunately, most people never will. Because you might end up someone like me that just, for some reason, people just really hate me. I don't even do anything to them, they just hate me. I don't know why. Is it my face? Is it because I'm not tall, dark, and handsome? Even though I claim to be.
But you are.
I'm tall and dark, but minus the handsome part. I'm not even all that dark. I just have a natural tan.
Okay, you're not handsome, but you're kind of average.
Listen, you're a little shit. I can call you a little shit because you are.
Well, you're damn right.
I'm abnormally tall, and you're just abnormally short. You're like, what, an inch below the average? I know. I think Caden is. I think Caden's either like 1 inch below, or just barely average.
I'm just surprised that I'm the fucking average height for an Irish person.
Nobody cares if you're Irish or not. You're not even Irish.
I know.
Okay, so
Funny.
well, you shouldn't because that doesn't matter. The fuck is? I don't remember doing a sabotage on here. Also, prepare your ass, or we're probably gonna face the person.
All accounted
Wait,
for.
Jordan, I know what your ex was talking about something.
Which one?
About
Yeah.
the something special about you.
Oh yeah.
Because you're 6 foot.
I wasn't 6 foot at the time. I have humor. I know a lot of people like that, but a lot of people don't even give me a chance, so they'll never actually figure it out. God damn, my shoes are dusty. Oh yeah, I talked to my second one. Obviously, I'm not gonna say her name.
The
Like,
reactor will have tight security. Watch out for enemy patrols.
I don't know how long.
Your target is the system.
Like 4 or 5 years before we actually got together. It was a really long time.
But like
Wait.
for me, when it comes to like wise, it just kind of comes natural because for me personally, it's just basically me talking to you.
Okay, what are we referring to? I'm confused.
I'm referring to you.
What? I'm totally lost right now. I got sidetracked.
Basically, the comedy thing.
Oh, yeah, you should have just said that.
But like, for me, I don't really pay too much attention to something, or if then I end up probably knowing.
That's the reactor.
enough where I play
Expose
games
its core and destroy it. That's it.
I'm
Now
just a
get
very
out of
comedic
here.
person. Always have been. I make a lot of jokes. Some, well, actually, a lot of them are pretty offensive, but you have to get around that.
Less than offensive jokes for offensive jokes.
Now,
Ending.
like right now, I don't make certain jokes because, like with police brutality, I just avoid that because I know how sensitive that subject is. So that's one of the offensive jokes I just don't say right now. America's going through some hardships. In fact, it's been going through hardships since the day it was founded because this place sucks. People say we're so lucky to have this place, and we kind of are, but at the same time, it's literally no different from where they're living. Just slightly more freedoms.
That's pretty much sure as hell.
Yeah, pretty much. That ship is going through.
Even professional actors end up having that kind of mindset.
Another job well executed.
Depression's more common than people think. In fact, mental illnesses are more common than people think. And for anyone that doesn't know, I have a plethora of those. I'll name off a few. My most major one right now is autism. It was called Asperger's, but we stopped calling it that due to a Nazi scientist. Now it's just universal. My second major one is depression. Third major is it was paranoia, but I have common cause to believe that it's evolving into schizophrenia. I really hope it isn't, but it probably is. Let's see, what else do I got? Oh, and also I have a severe social anxiety disorder. Makes life very hard.
I just have ADHD.
I thought it was ADD.
Well, apparently they decided to put them two together.
Oh, yeah.
So instead of saying ADD, it's ADHD now.
We're doing sabotage again.
Sometimes I think I might have something else. Some other times I don't think I do.
What do you think you have?
Sometimes I think I'm probably somewhere on the autism spectrum.
It's possible. But they're too similar, so I can't say. You have to go to a professional for that. That's probably why I always misdiagnosed, because they're too similar. And of course, at the time I was growing up, mental illnesses weren't too well known. Either that or literally nobody cared. They do now, obviously. But this is why the new generation's so lucky.
We need to destroy the reactor. The reactor will have tight security. Watch out for any patrols. Okay, you're looking for the mainframe. It's critical that you deliver the power to that location.
I would say. I would say something about that.
About what?
And it was depression, anxiety, paranoia. He has them all.
Pretty much. There's a chance I'm also, if it isn't schizophrenia, it's a chance I'm actually developing something called DDD. I don't remember what it stands for, but it's, like, I'll look it up here in a second. It's hard to say because a lot of mental illnesses are just so similar. But that's why I'm going to go seek out a professional.
Expose its core and destroy it.
I was gonna.
That's it. Get
Pokemon trainer, gotta catch them all.
I mean, I really don't mind joking about it. It sucks, and it's every day is just hell. But I mean, you get used to it eventually. Basically, the way depression works is just to quote, "It is what it is." That's just how my life is now.
Honestly, when I was first diagnosed with ADHD, or when I was first diagnosed, the thing is, my original thought of it was, well, yes, I am forever.
Your first thought wasn't that though, because you were diagnosed when you were like 2. Your thought then was just, "Mother, I need food." Well, when were you diagnosed? It's usually really good. They didn't notice your behavior. Okay, I like your dad, I do, but either you guys, your parents must not have been paying attention then. Because usually the way it's diagnosed is behavior. Not great. That's how ADHD and ADD come to be.
But then, I think it was around sometime when I was in elementary, 3rd grade or so. And they decided to get me treated an appointment for it.
another job well
See if
executed.
I had any mental disorder. And I came up as having ADHD. And first I was like, Anubis, what the fuck? He said DDD, depressed D disorder, depressed dick disorder.
There we go. My fucking computer wasn't responding. Hang on. I'm looking it up now.
Well, if you have depressed dick disorder, you might want to get some Viagra.
Depressed dick disorder is also just called erectile dysfunction.
Yeah.
That's 3D Systems Corporation. That's not what I'm looking for. It's called
Jordan.
depersonalization, derealization disorder. What?
It's 10:02.
Okay.
Get it? 10:02.
No. Oh, yeah.
I am so sorry.
It occurs when you persistently or repeatedly have the feeling that you're observing yourself from outside your body, or you have a sense that things around you aren't real, or both. I have the latter of that one. Which is why I'm going to seek out a professional. I'm pretty sure schizophrenia doesn't cause that, so it's probably, this seems like the most probable cause. I could check, though. If I can remember how to spell it.
The closest I can think of with that is there's times where I felt like I couldn't feel anything, but as actual real life, and it just felt like a full-on dream. As if my brain shut off and then just my eyes were just there.
Schizophrenia is a long-term mental disorder of a type involving a breakdown in the relation between thought, emotion, and behavior, leading to faulty perception, inappropriate actions and feelings, withdrawal from reality and personal relationships into fantasy and delusion, and a sense of mental fragmentation. Schizophrenia is some pretty nasty stuff. Okay, let's see. Behavior is social isolation, disorganized behavior, aggression, agitation, compulsive behavior, excitability, hostility, repetitive movements, self-harm, or lack of restraint. Obviously, like I said, though, those can be attributed to pretty much anything. Mental illness is really hard to say what is what. I'm gonna go stream Minecraft. I'm just gonna keep the same. Something creative, probably. Or possibly servers.